In farming, I usually consider the starting point being the key and the most important part as far as farming and agribusiness is concerned. Because if you miss a step, if you miss anything, you are going to miss everything. As you can see, the starting point in this house is good. The beds well made and the drip line well laid. But before that, there are some things that we did in this greenhouse in order to make sure before we bring in the new seedling, everything is checked. We did soil analysis to check on pests and diseases. We did water analysis to know the quality of water that we are using. We also did a budgeting and a farm plan for everything that you are seeing here. So at this point, we are going to go and plant our seedlings in this greenhouse without worries, because already we are guided and we are directed, and now we are okay with what we are doing. In the soil, you cannot use your eyes, or you cannot just assume your soil is good, your soil is disease-free, your soil is pest-free, your soil has this nutritive value, without getting a guidance from the expert, especially analyzing the soil and analyzing the water. After analysis, we were able to develop a good farm plan, to develop a good budget, because everything was in details and we were advised which product to use in order to be on the safer side. For capsicum farming, you have to be very keen, you have to be very cautious, because if you come blindly to grow capsicum or any other greenhouse variety, you'll end up losing it or missing very important point that you're not supposed to miss and that you're supposed to adhere to as a farmer. So we are ready, we are set to transplant the seedlings, and I'll be taking you through the simple steps and the procedures of planting these young seedlings and the things that you're supposed to look at, or the things that you are supposed to consider during the transplanting. Before transplanting, one thing you're supposed to do after preparing the beds and making sure the irrigation is good, you're supposed to irrigate your beds, or making your land, or making the this farm wet, so that you can also, you can cool the soils, and also for the plant not to be affected by the soil temperatures. You cannot plant in the dry soil like I've always been showing you, planting watermelon and then water. You will kill the young seedling because the soils during the day are very hot, and this may end up affecting the young seedlings, and we are supposed to avoid that as much as possible. So here is a journey that is starting today, and it starts with a very successful beginning, and I'll be taking you step by step on everything that I do in this house, so that we can continue learning together. Let me show you how planting is done and what you're supposed to look at before you start planting. Now, be it from your nursery, from the propagators, this is what you're supposed to be having for planting. As you can see, they are very healthy, they are disease-free, and they are pest-free. These are the things that you're supposed to consider the very first day you bring your seedlings. You ignore these and you'll be destroying the whole growing season. Make sure your seedlings is healthy as this one. Make sure your seedling is disease-free, and make sure your seedling is pest-free. For those dealing with professional propagators. Propagators take care of that, and they bring in very healthy seedlings. But sometimes mistakes happens to the farmers who propagate their own seedlings, and you find that the seedlings are diseased, the seedlings are pest, and when you bring them to the greenhouse or to the main field, you are bringing pest and diseases. And that shows you that because of the conditions in the greenhouse, they will continue breeding and the population will increase, and at some point you'll be unable to control the pest and the diseases. So make sure you get that right, pest, disease, and health of the plant, and that will be a very good starting point. When you start from there, you'll be good to go, and you'll do a very good and exciting job. In order to know a healthy seedling, one of the things that you look at is the root mass. The root mass, as you can see, we consider the root mass. We look at that. That is very important. Make sure you look at the root mass. Another thing is the stem of the plant. The stem should be of that thickness. Also the height, it should not be very tall and it should not be very short. The height is very important. We're supposed to consider that. Then the leaves. You have to look at the leaves and see whether you are having healthy leaves are good for planting. That now the indication of a healthy and a good planting seedlings. If the above mentioned trait is not in your seedlings, avoid planting those seedlings because they will have a lot of problems. Like if they have few root mass or the roots are injured, that means the starting point, or when these seedlings start, it will be very poor to adapt to the environment. But with this kind of root mass, that shows you that this seedling is ready for planting, and we can start now and end up with good result. After getting the seedlings and making sure they are recommended, you've checked the seedlings, they are okay. What you do next, or you can do it during planting or some days before planting, you can do the holes. As you can see, they are marked, they are already marked. You mark the planting holes. In my case, I'm doing 45 centimeters, or 40 to 45 centimeters is good for the seedlings. After that, before planting, make sure you water the beds. They must be moist. As you can see, to check on the moisture content, you just if you can make a ball out of the soil, that means there is enough moisture content. So this is good for planting. This is good for planting, and with this we can start planting. Some farmers tend to place their seedlings in the planting holes like this way. You remove, it's very simple, you remove that, you place them. So during planting, what you do, you hold the seedling that way and place it in the hole. That's how simple planting should be done. That's how everything should take place. Just placing the seedlings and not placing very hand on the stem, because at the end of it the seedling will find its way and develop a very good root network. If you have a comment, share with me on the comment box. If you have not joined this channel, subscribe, like, and also you can leave a comment if you are new. If you have any suggestion, tell me on the comment box so that I can give you whatever you want. Until next time, stay tuned.